I've never been to a game and they just say, "Oh my god,
I'm
fuck
about
me."
to, no, bro. I'm about to fucking, dude. I'm about to fucking pop the fuck off, man.
Yeah,
We got to start that from the. We got to start that from the top.
yeah.
Fuck, I don't know why, but sometimes when I open up OBS, like nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Haven't even restarted my computers, right? And OBS will just be like, oh, I don't know where's the microphone? I don't know what the microphone is. It's been the same fucking thing for 10 years. I don't know where your fucking microphone is. You know what?
What you're saying is you were muted.
I wasn't muted. It just like the input didn't even work. So, I mean, I guess technically, if you wanted to be anal about it. In fact, if you
really
no,
fumbled the bag.
no, in fact, if you wanted to be a Nazi about it, aka Michigan State. Yeah, that wasn't near as good as our first one.
It really wasn't.
Anyway, you ever been to a football game? We're just gonna bowl through this. You ever been to a football game? You enjoying the little pre-game festivities there, you know? And maybe up on the screen they got they got a little bit of trivia going on. And ask,
Yeah.
what was the name of a 1930s Austrian politician? Who would you guess?
Well, here's the thing. I don't really care about Europe, so
That's true and very valid. Well, the answer would
especially
be
at
one
an American football game.
The answer would be one Mr. Adolphus Hitler. I don't think that's his name. I think it's just Adolf. Is Adolf short for anything?
I doubt it, but
Adolf Hitler. Nope, just Adolf Hitler. What was his middle name? Didn't have one, apparently. That's weird. Yeah, I hate Europe. Europe sucks so bad. But you know what? So does Michigan. So they kind of deserve each other, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of all aspects of Michigan are on the firing pan this week.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of funny to segue from that. So Michigan is a dumpster fire, right? Michigan is a dumpster fire, not only as their football programs, but also like as a state, as a whole. People have called Michigan the Mississippi of the North, and honestly, as a native Mississippian, I take offense to that. I don't want to be compared to them.
Woof.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. So, you know, Michigan State's doing Nazi trivia, which, you know, is what it is, I guess. But, man, Michigan, it just keeps getting worse. Now, I don't think last week any of this had really broken yet. So we haven't had to discuss.
Completely new to this week.
I think it was actually, it was either Friday night or Saturday morning. So, Michigan, who sucks. Harbaugh, who also kind of sucks and is goofy looking. That's not like an indictment against him. I'm just saying he is objectively a goofy looking guy. And he's a goofy acting guy too. So, you know, is what it is. So, you know, maybe we find out maybe there's a little bit of signal stealing going on. It's like, okay, you know, hey, who amongst us has not stolen a signal or two in their life? Right? I sure as shit know I have. You know?
Yeah, I mean, listen, signal stealing, that's just part of ball.
It's based, is what it is.
It is.
It is. And it's brought up a great point in the discussion this week about, like, if you don't want signals being stolen, like, get better technology. Do the in-helmet, you know, radio stuff like they do in the NFL. Sorry, bud. Like, it's not
right.
our...
So, I feel like we do have to discuss the, like, what's the, like, main point of the issue here. Because, like, stealing signals is what it is, but, like, I guess the illegal part is that they were literally paying a dude to go to games that they weren't participating in and record the signals. Which, that's the technically illegal part, because like everyone steals signals, and like I see people online trying to call Michigan cheaters for having signals on the sideline. Like, everyone has the other team's signals on the sideline. Like, that's not a Michigan only thing. It's just the fact that they specifically paid someone to go to other games is the quote unquote illegal part.
Well, it shouldn't be illegal because the man they were sending was a veteran. Okay. A man who served this country, risked his life for our freedoms? And you're telling me he can't go around to a couple of Big Ten schools and maybe just kind of peep out what they're doing? What kind of country do we live in, folks? What kind of country do we live in at this point where a good, God-fearing Christian man named, his name's like Stallion too or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Stallions.
Is it Greg Stallions? No,
I'm
it's
sure
not
if I
Greg
type Stallions into Google, it'll come up. Connor Stallions.
Connor. First off, Connor Stallions is a very powerful name, okay? Very powerful name. By the way, hearing the name Connor reminds me I need to turn on ESPN. Everyone knows why. Can we get a collective groan in chat?
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's your new cringe reason.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll talk about that later in the show. But let's look at this Connor Stallions guy. Oh, he's bald. Never mind. Never mind. He got what he deserved. Yeah. So it's bullshit. Again, I think this is just more like the NCAA still trying to like throw its weight around and prove that they should exist, which they shouldn't. So I think we can all agree this is dumb and stupid, and we should get rid of the NCAA. That's my takeaway from this, at least.
Same.
Okay, great. Well, we got any other news here? Oh, frickin' Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah, Hard Knocks. In-season Hard Knocks was announced.
And it is going to be the Dolphins, which that is kind of wild. So for a while, obviously, Hard Knocks has kind of been like, for teams who, suck, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of crazy for the Dolphins, who are now like what? They're not a 5-1 or 6-1 team. They're a 5-2.
5-2, yeah.
They're 5-2. So I mean, they're doing really well. Right, only losses to the Bills, which I
mean, it's an in-division match, like especially
sure.
Anything can happen.
And then a pretty well fought game against the Eagles. So, well,
let's be real. I mean, the title of this episode, I don't know if you've actually done it yet.
I actually have. Yeah.
All right, good. I mean, the NFL is more rigged than professional wrestling.
Oh, 100%.
In our NFL talk, but
we will, because I saw an interesting graphic earlier today that might put a couple of things in perspective about things. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But yeah. So I'm really excited to see that. Obviously, I'm a big Tua guy. Hey, we out there for the ooses. You know what I mean? So big Tua guy. Gonna love to see it. It's gonna be nice to see Hard Knocks about a team that is competent. Yeah.
And enjoyable to watch.
Enjoyable and full of personalities that you actually want to see. That being said, I did like the Jets Hard Knocks a lot. Hey, Zach Wilson's top guy.
When's it going to come out that Miami's coach paid for them to get on Hard Knocks just to show himself off?
I believe.
Yeah, that's what we're pushing.
That's my conspiracy theory.
That's base though. That's a based move.
Interesting.
It would be pretty based. Also, Anthony Richardson's dead. Did we blow tats for him?
He's dead?
We're working through the news still. I think we talked about it last week, like when it was like up in the air that he might be getting it, but it is official now that he is out for the rest of the season.
What a shame.
Oh no.
What else we got?
We had 2 arrests yesterday of NFL players. That happened.
Yeah. One of these was a little unfortunate.
Second year wide receiver for the Saints, Mr. Olave, Mr. Olive, however you want to pronounce it.
Is he second year? Thought he was a rookie. He might be second year, and maybe this year is just like his big pop-off year, I think.
Yeah, this is second year.
Yeah, second year.
Second year for both of the arrested guys. So Chris Olave got arrested going 35 miles over the speed limit. Don't know what the speed limit was. I'm presuming pretty low if he got arrested for it. But
what are we doing in this country?
He got arrested for going 35 over the speed limit. When the cop was arresting him, he hit him with the "I play for the Saints, man," and the cop hit him back with the "and."
Jeez Louise.
Kind of based.
Jeez
35
Louise.
over 70 and a 35. Good job, Chris.
Really?
Real.
That's
I have no
bullshit.
idea that
No.
was a 35, but
In
I
Kenner,
want to believe that it is.
processed and released the same night. In
Yeah, of
Kenner,
course.
Louisiana.
yeah, I mean this wasn't an extensive thing. It's not like a Henry Rugg situation or anything. But
Ooh, I don't like that.
well, I
guess
mean,
this is his brother, I guess, Josh Olave. He tweeted, "Bro was on the way back to the crib from CVS. Ain't none serious."
you really got to go that fast. And like, what are you getting at CVS? I mean, maybe you got milk that's getting cold or warm.
Maybe got ice
I don't
cream.
know.
It's
Yeah,
hot.
could've been
It's
ice cream.
hot down here. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I live down here in the dirty. All right, it's rough, right? And you at the grocery store, you at anything, get something frozen. The clock is ticking, my friends, ticking.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And you have to beeline it to the house. And if you go as fast as you can and you live too far out, it's still melting. So I get it. And hey, he plays for the Saints, so free my man. Free my man. He did nothing wrong. So
Yeah, and then the other player arrested is Justin Ross of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Never heard of
formerly
him
the
before.
Clemson Tigers. He's like there's the star wide receiver in Clemson at one point. I don't know. He got arrested for
made up.
he got arrested for like criminal damage and domestic battery, so a bit more severe than driving
Oh,
fast.
based?
Yeah.
Who do you
I
beat
don't
up
think he's
on?
been cut yet, though.
Oh, he was an undrafted free agent. So they're going to just cut his ass. He gone.
He was undrafted because like his foot was broken or whatever, but I think he was like good in college or some shit.
Apparently, it was his neck. So there's that.
All right. Well,
Also missed his rookie season due to a foot injury. So he's yeah.
yeah. I mean, honestly, with the state of like the Chiefs wide receivers, I don't know if they have the option to cut him, but hey, it is what it is.
Let's see. It doesn't say anything about domestic abuse. It just says criminal damage of more than 1,000, but less than 25,000. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, free my man.
Free my man. He's caught 3 balls for 34 yards this year. He's doing great.
Exactly.
Free my man.
Free him. Did nothing wrong.
Then let's see. The Titans continued their let's trade our star players to the Eagles for nothing trades for some reason this
How's that working out for him so far?
Not great for the Titans, that's for sure. They gave Kevin
Insane.
Byard,
Byard.
safety, former like Pro Bowler and whatnot. Supposedly he might be washed now, but still multi-Pro Bowler. Like there's definitely some ball talent there, and it might just be that Tennessee sucks is the problem. So don't love that happened. It was like fucking for a 4th and 5th round pick or some shit. Not great.
Mm-mm.
That's the NFL news. I don't know if there was more college. I think it was like mainly the 2 Michigan things.
I mean, yeah, I really think it was just. I mean, because how are you going to really top that? I mean, anything else is kind
I'm
of.
seeing something here that says Baylor is in violation of Title IX laws.
Yeah, but nobody cares. Nobody cares about Title IX. So.
Former female student alleged having been physically abused by a football player in 2014. Well, maybe she deserved it.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
That's all alleged.
This
Allegedly.
allegedly happened in Michigan State because that would be on brand.
No, this was Baylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
same shit.
Yeah, same thing. It's the Baylor of the South or the North.
It's green logo.
Yeah. It's a green logo that sometimes has a good season, but the rest of the time sucks. So.
Yeah, accurate.
But Jalen Ramsey's coming back. He's eligible to return.
Who?
Jalen Ramsey,
Who?
Safety that's currently in the Dolphins.
cornerback, Miami Dolphins. So you
Oh, okay.
care.
I mean, sort of ish. I'm so buck broken by the Saints in the past that I'm just like, it is what it is, you know?
Based?
Yeah.
I was just looking for some kind of name of somebody I knew.
I'm
There's not
essentially
many.
I'm essentially the Tariq Nasheed of football fans.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kind of based.
Down that bad, huh?
It's bad, man. Tell you what, though, it's not as bad as some of these games Saturday, though. Woof. Man, I thought it was going to be a little stacked, but it was not. It wasn't in the places that you thought it was, but it was in the places you didn't, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Kinda. We'll go down. So speaking of the two main culprits this week, so Michigan and Michigan State, absolute blowout by Michigan, which, if they're, stealing their signals, hey, there you go, Michigan State. I mean, you're 2-5. You can at least blame one of those on cheating. So there you go. Ryan? Maybe some sauce.
Yeah, why not?
JJ McCarthy actually looked pretty good. Michigan, all right. Is Michigan cheating? Yeah, probably. Is it giving them that much of an advantage? I don't know, because they're still kind of like decent-ish, right?
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of good players on their team, and just knowing the signals isn't everything.
I did see some stats that, like, before and after this guy, Stallion, was hired, apparently Harbaugh's win rate went up from like 60-something% to over 90%, which, okay, that doesn't look great. I'll admit. That's not a good look. But, maybe he just got all his players.
The team also, in theory, got a lot of better players from that time period. So,
Sure. I was going to say, maybe he got all his, the players into his system. So it could be a lot of things. But
are we ready to just say, though, that the only reason anybody even remotely cares about Michigan State is just because they're in the Big Ten and we are forced to care about dog shit teams in the Big Ten?
Can we talk about that? The only reason that anyone cares about this is because people want Michigan to get a bowl ban so they don't go back to the playoffs.
God,
please
let it happen.
And by people, I mean Ohio State fans. So people, air quotes.
If anything, I think they should be rewarded.
Can we get a quick shout out to Mark D'Antonio? I don't know if did he get fired or did he like retire, or was it like I'm retiring so I don't get fired?
Don't know.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I think he went away in disgrace during all of the scandal that was going on. There was nothing ultimately came of it, but there was a discrimination suit that named him.
Oh, was he out there saying gamer words?
No, just some assistant coach, some piece of shit that got ran off, and he sued the school and D'Antonio and everybody else, saying they discriminated against him.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, leaving in somewhat disgrace and then coming back like a couple of years later because the other guy actually did something wrong. So shout out to Mark D'Antonio. Hey, Michigan man through and through, despite the fact that he's apparently from El Paso. That kind of clears the pitch, I guess. Oh, he's Italian. Hey, well, I guess I should. Yeah, got a name like D'Antonio. Hey, Mark D'Antonio. Hey. Oh, I was shitting on him. He actually had a .64 overall record. That's not bad.
Yeah, his final two seasons were 7-6. So, of course, everybody at Sparty thinks that they should be better than Michigan, so they ran him off. And
well, yeah, I think that was when I was talking about it with some people. That was kind of that was the theme there. It's like Michigan State kind of got like that UCF Cincinnati fever, where they had like a couple of really good seasons and they started trying to punch up, out of their weight class. And when everything kind of went back to normal, they were like, "Oh, well, we're better than 7-6." No, not really. You were literally the Auburn of Michigan. So no, you're not. I do want to say something funny. I was at the dollar store yesterday, as one will, right? Picking up the essentials, car air freshener, coffee scent, of course, toilet paper for my butt. Maybe got some lunch there. Maybe got a little teriyaki Nishin cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was over there, kind of, they got a little bit of clothes in it. They had a bunch of Mississippi State hats, and I went, "Oh, that's cool." And then I noticed at the bottom they had an entire row of Michigan State hats, and I paused for a second and went, "Huh?" And then it dawned on me, and I kind of laughed. I went, I bet some fucking retard in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, who doesn't know shit about shit, was ordering stuff and sent a whole box of what he saw as MSU hats down to Mississippi, not knowing it was the wrong MSU. That made me laugh.
That's good.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah, that does sure. Listen, as someone who briefly worked at Dollar General, that scenario that I 100% made up in my mind made perfect sense. In fact, it made even more sense if it had been someone in the store who was there beep booping on their little computer and it's like, yeah, MSU hats, send me those. And it's like, okay, well, I hate to break it to you, but there's more than one MSU, and ours isn't actually the one. Ours is actually called Miss State. They're technically the real MSU. So, anyway, we have talked way too long about the state of Michigan. I don't care about Michigan. It's a stupid-looking state. It looks like an oven mitt. Fuck you, Michigan. Moving on. God help me. It's worse states. So this is one of those that on paper, right? This was supposed to be the one.
Right.
But Kyle McCord apparently went out there and said, no, this ain't going to be the one. And we're going to put up a 20-12 snooze fest on
remember, this is Big Ten football.
Saturday morning, yes. Which, by the way, hey, big shout out to CBS, right? You had exclusive access for over a decade to one of, if not the most exciting conferences during their most exciting streak in history with the SEC on CBS, right? If you are a young Southern man under the age of 40 right now, that music, SEC on CBS music, that ignites a core memory. And tell me I'm wrong, Tim. Did he die?
I guess so.
Can't do it. Can't tell you you're wrong.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you. I like that. Yeah. No, it really. I mean, that music once it hits, it's like, all right, we are about to see an instant classic. Okay, right? 2011 game of the century, Alabama, LSU. 2012, Alabama goes into College Station and gets beat by a little rookie called Johnny Football. Look, we lost, but it was still an all-time classic, right? I mean, there have been some absolute bangers on SEC on CBS.
Some might even call it an all-time classic because you lost.
Well, yeah, honestly, because as it said, it's like, every time someone plays this, it's their Super Bowl. For us, it's a random Saturday in the fall. But it is what it is. Johnny Football, God bless his soul. But hey, we're not going to do that anymore, though. Instead, we're going to trade out, classic rivalries like the Iron Ball, or World's Largest Outdoor Cocktail Party, or Good Old Fashioned Hate, or Third Saturday in October, or whatever stupid other shit rivalries the SEC. The Red River rivalry, which will soon be an SEC rivalry. Nope. We're going to have classics like a 20-12 slugfest between Ohio State and Penn State that nobody actually wants to see. Hey, great. Great job. Great job, CBS. Great job, guys. Anyway, I'm going to be real. I thought Penn State was going to do it here. I really did.
Well, you have to realize that Penn State doesn't have an offense.
Penn State does not have an offense.
I think
That's true.
if you check the heckin' stats, they legitimately have one of the worst rankings in I think 20+ yard plays.
They're like the bizarro USC, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean a little bit.
Just the complete opposite. In fact, I think if those two teams played each other, it would just end in a 0-0 tie after 10 overtimes. Just locked in eternal stalemate. So, listen, Ohio State remains still not really that good. Should have lost to Notre Dame if Notre Dame hadn't been retarded. But Notre Dame was retarded, and they did. And we have to suffer Ohio State a little bit longer. So, but it's all for moot, though, because we all know what's going to happen at the end of November, which, again, let's be real, that's why there's a lot of voices coming up right now saying, Michigan, maybe we need maybe a bowl ban. Yeah, maybe a bowl ban, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So, and it's at the Big House, too. Ugh. Sorry, Ohio. Man, that's going to be hilarious when it's back-to-back losses.
Isn't it going to be 3 times now? Weren't they already back-to-back?
Oh, that well, I was gonna say in the rivalry game. I wasn't counting the Big Ten game, I guess.
Yeah, well, hey.
But yeah,
I think in their eyes, they've lost 2 straight.
yeah, you're right. God, I'm glad that our primary rival isn't someone we would have to play in the SEC championship game. That would suck. Oh well, get a better conference. Speaking of worse conferences, Duke and Florida State. Man, Florida State kind of struggled in this one a little bit, boys. Kind of struggled in this one. First half looked very, very not good. Riley Leonard exists. He's alive. He's a human being. That's about all that could be said about him, on it, if I'm being real. Travis, not his best game ever. Not Florida State's best game ever. However, I guess anyone you walk away from, right? So, 38-20. God. 21.
I actually watched this game. The feeling I got walking away from it was that Duke is just not that far away from being a good ACC team or a mediocre real football team. Florida State's not far away from being a good football team.
Here's the thing. Riley Leonard is a great kid. I like him a lot. Featured on Game Day a couple of weeks ago. You really liked him, but no. Mm-mm. I mean, I have no greater analysis here than just kind of going, mm-mm.
But they got the dub that they were supposed to get. They were supposed to beat Duke. They struggled early, but they showed out in the end.
They got a guy on their depth chart called Grayson Loftus, and I'm gonna be real with you. He looks like he does meth. So maybe start him. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Just a thought. I'm just saying. Would a meth addict be a really good quarterback? No, I guess
Aren't we like 12 votes away from one being the governor of that state in the same city?
Is this I don't know East Coast politics.
That fella that ran against DeSantis the first time around, the one that ended up being a weirdo meth head.
Duke is in North Carolina.
I'm pretty sure it was Florida, but Gillum, that was his name, Andrew Gillum.
It was, but why are we talking about Florida?
Tallahassee, Florida State, it tracks.
Huh?
Oh, the other team. Yeah, sorry, I was talking about Duke and okay, yeah.
It's kind of like with Michigan though. It's hard for me to talk that long about Duke related to football until they win something.
That's right. Hey, basketball season's coming up though soon, so watch out, guys. Yeah. Watch out.
But Duke ain't far from being a good ACC football team. They could maybe win one side of the ACC one year, go get destroyed by whoever wins the real side, and who then goes on to get destroyed in whatever bowl game against the SEC team. It's just the way of the world. Accept your fate. Move on.
Florida State right now really strikes me as like the Georgia of the ACC, in that they're kind of lucky that their conference isn't really that, their part of the conference isn't really that strong this year, and a lot of their dubs are kind of squeakers. You know, like on paper it looks like they dominated, but they did only beat Boston College by like 3 points. So,
I mean, let's be real here though. Of the Power Five, the only school in the entire country that is effectively dominating their conference is
Alabama.
Michigan.
Oh,
they're the only one.
They're cheating.
Yeah, they're cheating.
I mean, they're clearly cheating because fuck Michigan, but they're the only ones in the top anything of any conference that's actually consistently putting up decisive, dominant victories. Is it because they're cheating?
Probably.
That's
also depressing, so we should do something about that.
Michigan has not played a single ranked team.
That's true.
They played East Carolina, Unilever, Bowling Green, Rutgers, Nebraska, Minnesota, Indiana, and Michigan State. Not the hardest college football schedule out there.
Did you say Unilever? That's a soap company.
Hey, UNLV, University of Las Vegas.
Okay. Well, honestly, Unilever could probably field a better team. So
I saw UNLV, and that's what came out. So that's how much I care about the University of Las Vegas.
I'm sorry. The University of Las Vegas is an instant. Oh, they're actually 6-1. What the hell? Well, they ain't played nobody either. Well, oh, they beat Vanderbilt. They beat an SEC team.
Vanderbilt's like the Make-A-Wish team of the SEC.
Look, they didn't come here to play football, okay? They came here to play school. They're also really good at baseball. That's why we keep them around.
Vanderbilt is the card-carrying example of the difference between student athletes and athletic students.
Right. They're really good at baseball, though.
They're very good at baseball.
Really good at baseball. I think they're really good at women's soccer.
Wouldn't know, don't care.
Yeah, that's not really anyway. Moving on, man. Our boy did not have a good weekend. Michael Penix, 27 for 42 and 2 interceptions. Bro, it's the Sun Devils. They are 1-5. They are literally like the joke team of the Pac-2. How are you?
Trap game, man.
I guess, man. It do be that way sometimes. Oh, Arizona, I had to stay up a little bit for this one. I thought, are y'all really about to do this? Are y'all really about to drop one to Arizona State? They did not, but I tell you what, Penix, who honestly, we're kind of in a tight race for that Heisman right now. Penix not doing himself a lot of favors, and looking at the schedule, I was about to say, never mind. Actually, most of his impressive stuff is still ahead of him, so that USC game is probably going to be the one. God, imagine if he just fucking, like, donkey dicks Caleb Williams on live television. That's a primetime game on ABC, too, so.
He kind of got donkey dicked this week, so.
He did get donkey dicked because he is terrible. So I don't want to talk.
So your odds-on favorite to win the Heisman is JJ McCarthy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but they're cheating, so.
True.
Can you win a Heisman if you cheat? Yeah, Cam Newton.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I forgot about that. I try and erase anything regarding Cam Newton from my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just that's kind of a dark spot in Alabama history. Not even the school, the whole state.
As of 1:51 p.m. today, JJ McCarthy is at plus 240 odds. Penix is at plus 300 odds. So it's still a close race, top three as far as they're concerned. Jaden Daniels of LSU rounds it out at plus 325.
Honestly, kind of like to see him win. SEC hasn't gotten a Heisman in like what? A year? Yeah, so I mean, we're due for one.
That's right. Yeah. It just means more here.
It does. It just means more. And honestly, I'm kind of pre-coping, though, by the way, for when Jaden Daniels just absolutely shreds our defense in 2 weeks. So, honestly, if you beat Alabama, you deserve a Heisman. That should be the qualification for the Heisman. Are you Alabama, or did you beat Alabama?
Speaking of that reminds me, I did see that apparently Ewers is hurt, and potentially some random nobody and not the Manning is going to start.
I mean, I get it. They're saving him, but still,
right?
Man, it's just funny because I'm pretty sure his uncles, when they were players, they just like walked in and were slanging, and old boys.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Here's the problem with whole like red shirting and all that nonsense and the like eligibility. We got fucking people playing till they're like fucking 30 now. Like,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
Kick the fucking kids out of the fucking college league at 22. Let's not get Stetson Bennett winning a natty when he's 73 years old.
Yeah. That he also probably cheated.
Oh, 100%. They covered up all his alcoholic violations.
That's true. They did.
You have alcoholic violations when you're 30 and you can legally drink for several years?
Yeah, when you get drunk and start trying to go into random people's houses.
That was after he won.
Or you get drunk and, kill someone in a car.
Oh, whoa.
That wasn't him.
Too soon. Wrong school and too soon. So.
What do you mean wrong school? It was absolutely Georgia.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Henry Ruggs.
You're thinking of Henry Ruggs.
I thought you were talking about
Henry Ruggs. He did that as a Raider. That's the standard Raider player.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nonsense.
That's practically a stat line in their organization.
I'm talking about the 4 Georgia players and staff or whatever who were in a car drunk driving.
Oh, yeah.
Woman and her kid or whatever.
Yeah. All right, whatever. Hey, speaking of drunk drivers, Oklahoma almost messed around and lost to UCF.
Yeah, that was that was a thing.
That was a quality transition, by the way. Good segue.
Yeah, that's what we do around here, man. Now, again, this was a little bit like the Washington thing, except not really. Didn't they they had a bye after the Red River rivalry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, not even a trap game. Like, legitimately, you came out of a bye week, rested, and nearly dropped one to 3-3 UCF. 2017 national champions, air quotes.
To be fair, they do play the juggernauts that are Kansas next week, or this week.
they were looking ahead to that big Jayhawks game.
Looking ahead to that game.
Yeah. Gabriel looked like I honestly don't know what happened here. Gabriel still looked pretty good. His numbers were a little low for him. I think Plumlee and the Knights just came in and went, fuck it, let's ball. And they did. I watched the end of this one and I was like, are we about to? Oh no, okay. So they had a late touchdown, but failed that 2-point conversion, and man, that when I saw that, I went, oh God, we could have had something magical there. But UCF, they suck. Who's their coach? Hugh Freeze? Yeah, he sucks too. He's dumb.
UCF, isn't that Gus Malzahn?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, Hugh Freeze is they're yeah. Hugh Freeze is Auburn. I was thinking Auburn, which is not something I do a lot.
Well, I mean, he was the Auburn coach, so tracks.
Well, and speaking of the Red River fucking rut, I guess Texas nearly dropped one to Houston, who's also 3-3. And they also had a bye, I'm pretty sure. So
I thought Texas played last week. Oh no, they did have a bye.
Yeah. And who do they play next week?
Next week they play
Kansas State,
Mormon University.
Oh, sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, and you're not looking ahead of that one. What happened to did they just beat the shit out of each other so hard that it took 2 weeks to recover? Because honestly, based, and that's the kind of hustle you want to see coming to the SEC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Big 12's never really been a defensive league, so you can fuck up and lose to anybody in that conference anytime.
Now, did you say Quinn Ewers got hurt?
I saw something saying
Fuck
that
me.
he's hurt and potentially not playing this week. So yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the excuse.
I mean, I'm looking here. Let me.
Arch man looks like a
like
fucking dweeb.
It looks like they had Malik Murphy in for the last 2 drives, and he did score a touchdown on one of them. So I don't think
There you go.
it looks like most of the punts and downs were while Quinn Ewers was at the helm. So I can't really blame it on the backup. He did fine.
Can we talk about how Arch Manning kind of looks like Troy Aikman? Are we ready to have that conversation?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, man. It's just me. Anyway, speaking of struggles, Washington State nearly pulled one over on the old Ducks, and by nearly, I mean not really at all. Bo Nix slanged. Good for them.
Yeah, that's a classic Pac-2 game there.
Good for them.
Now
Good
here's
against
a team that
garbage
did fumble the bag.
Oh man. Drake May. God, man, you were this close to greatness, buddy. What happened? Someone tell me what happened here. Does anyone know what happened here?
So here's the thing that I'm going to throw out there.
Okay.
So all these quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, Drake May, all the hyped ones that are going in the draft this year, they're sitting there looking at the NFL draft, seeing that the Bears are sitting there at pick number 1 and 2, and like, do I really want to be a Chirac Bear for the rest of my life?
It's
Maybe
funny you
play a
say
little
that,
worse
but
this
like
year.
everyone adjacent to the NFL is still talking like Caleb Williams is the number 1 pick. There's no way, right?
Oh, I know. I mean, he is. People are like fucking
Why?
all on his dick for some reason, despite whenever he plays a top 25 college defense, he has like a 50% completion.
Is the whole like NFL like recruiting scouting apparatus like purely founded on like ego and fetish? And then
probably.
And you see like this guy that you just think is a stud, and maybe he has a couple of good games, and then he starts just absolutely sucking, and then at that point you're already devoted. You're locked in. You can't go back. It's like, oh well, I was wrong. It's like, nope, he's your guy, and then you end up with fucking Ryan Leaf.
I think there's a pretty heavy element to that. Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of, you said, oh, this is the guy, and then
he's not the guy.
Bad on you if you go back.
Yeah. So. Well, it's not. The guy is never going to be Drake May. Man, North Carolina, man. Could have had it all. Beat Miami. That was about it, actually. I was just looking at this guy. That was it. That's about it. I mean, Drake May was pretty decent, but I think the North Carolina, like all year, it's just been like, we played a lot of really easy teams early on. We played our easier ACC opponents. Got cocky, I guess, and then UVA, I don't know, guided by the ghost of their brothers that got gunned down, led them to victory. I don't know. Who cares about the ACC? Not me.
Not me either.
You want to just skip this next game?
I mean, I'll just say a few things. Once again, Joe Milton needs to be, he just needs to not exist. If you picking up what I'm putting down,
Yeah.
He's really bad. First quarter was great. Don't know what really happened after that. Game kind of just stopped for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was something.
That was weird how y'all scored 4 times in the first half, and then after that, just never again.
Yeah, it do be that way. We make, for whatever reason, we just decided not make any adjustments for the rest of the game. Just, it is what it is.
Defeat from the jaws of victory, as they say. Yeah,
but I mean, really, I don't really have a problem losing with Alabama. We already lost to Florida. I mean, it doesn't get more embarrassing than that.
Oh, the season's only halfway over. You'll find a way. Don't worry. You still got some people.
We do play UConn and Vandy.
Hey, watch out. They're that's our women's basketball team, actually. Never mind, they suck in football. Nah, I believe in y'all. Y'all gonna make it to the I don't know, maybe you make it back to the Orange Bowl. Hey, that's a respectable bowl.
It will be the better orange once again. Fuck you, Clemson.
Hell yeah. Fuck Clemson. Yeah, no, actually, okay, so yeah, this really was this was night and day. First half and second half were 2 different games. Yep. We looked atrocious in the first half. We made Milton look good in the first half. He was slinging it. That one-handed fingertip catch in the end zone. First off, bullshit, but I mean, also impressive. But yeah, halftime we came out and it's just I really don't even I don't know what to say.
Yeah, really one of the big things for me is that this game should have been 28 points for us going into the half, but both 2 goal line stops is really, really bad and kind of a sign of how shit our offense is operating.
Yeah.
I think we legit have one of the worst red zone offenses in the SEC right now.
I'd believe it. Anyway, looking promising for Bama. That was a good game. I mean, the second half, but the first half was miserable. So,
I think last year's game was better.
I didn't. Well, the last year's game was terrible. Which I actually don't even know what Sean about. We didn't. There wasn't a game last year. They canceled it.
Listen. Result of the last 2 kicks of that game aside, it was a good game.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. It was instant classic. Yeah. Well, elsewhere in Alabama, technically, I guess, if we have to claim them, Auburn and Ole Miss in what I thought was going to be a 70-70 game, right? I thought this was going to be an absolute shootout. And if the first quarter was any indication, yeah, I mean, it was heading that direction. And then they just stopped. Jackson Dart, 10 for 17. Thorne, 9 for 13. Both of them combined, barely 300 yards. Like, huh? Ole Miss, did you not like get into a like absolute fucking piss missile shootout with LSU just a couple of weeks ago? Like, what happened here?
I mean, at least in the Auburn side of things, I think that amount of yards is normal for them. But
Oh yeah, totally, it is. But Ole Miss, not exactly the most stellar defense in the SEC, right?
yeah, I mean,
You'd think.
credit to Dart. He only put up 153 yards against Arkansas, so this is improvement, putting up 200 versus Auburn.
Arkansas, who also doesn't really have good defense. I don't know. This was a weird game. I honestly don't. Hey, odd year Auburn magic. Let's just chalk it up to that and move on. Because I feel dirty having to talk about Auburn this long.
Sure.
Well, would you look at that, boys? Caleb Williams had another mid game. 24 for 34, 256 yards, and not a single touchdown. Well, did you look at that?
I mean, some say he got outdueled by, I mean, admittedly bad quarterback Bryson Barnes of Utah. So
Bryson Barnes, man, he is not smiling.
Are we going to besmirch the name of future part owner of the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams?
I think he's going to be the future part owner of a used car lot somewhere in the valley.
Imagine thinking you've got any fucking cachet when you can't win a game like this.
Yeah, which, I mean, I think last week when we talked about this game, we were saying, oh, without Cameron Rising, they don't have a chance. And then they went out and just, like, made Williams look like the absolute dog shit overrated quarterback he is. So he's not smiling.
I look forward to watching the Bears suck for a few more years after they draft this clown.
Yeah, but it couldn't happen to a better team, you know?
Man, I'm not convinced the Bears will draft him, but
I don't think they will.
Bears move to do it.
Well, realistically, there's only one way it gets better than this. If the Falcons decide they're done with Ritter and they trade up to 1 for Caleb Williams, that would be just chef's kiss. Just
That
perfect.
would be pretty funny.
That would be. So this is USC's second loss in a row. Looking at that schedule, they've honestly potentially got 3 more L's left on the schedule. So honestly,
I mean, they're on track for a 4 or 5 loss season. So love to see that.
Honestly, yeah, ending 7-5 would be absolutely just chef kiss, the cherry on top of Caleb Williams' turd sandwich. So
I mean, hey, maybe that's what he actually meant by is not going into the draft this year. He just looked like such shit. He needs to go back and try again.
Woof. I hate USC. USC. So now that Texas is like better-ish. Like now all eyes have like turned over to USC and it's like, oh, when is it USC's turn to be back? And I cannot tell y'all a team that I less want to be back than USC. I cannot stand USC. Texas at least has some sort of like, legacy, right? They got a lot of great stuff going down there. And yeah, there's some annoying personalities attached to it, but at the end of the day, Matthew McConaughey, hey, he's still Matthew McConaughey. He's a pretty cool guy. You know what I mean? They got The Undertaker as a fan, right? But USC, who do they have? Like Will Ferrell? I'm going to say something controversial. I don't like Will Ferrell. I don't think any of his movies are very good.
Wow.
I think they're all extremely overrated. Elf was okay. Step
I
Brothers.
thought they were good when I was a child.
Yeah.
I am going to say, I don't think we can go down this road. They've got John Wayne.
USC?
Yeah.
What, pre-war?
I mean, born in 1907, so
yeah. Okay, no. I'm talking AP era here, all right?
He's still the Duke.
I'm talking AP era. They don't have claimed him anymore, I don't think. That doesn't even count.
So who do they have? Yeah, Will Ferrell, Ron Howard.
Oof.
Forrest Whitaker.
Ugh.
LeVar Burton.
Ugh.
Didn't he, or wasn't he Captain Kangaroo as well as Jordy?
Who the hell's Captain Kangaroo?
How do you, old as you are, you don't know who Captain Kangaroo is?
No, I don't know who Captain. I'm not that old.
Look it up.
I'm spiritually 25.
Listen, it's peak nostalgia.
Is it
Childhood
Captain with a
childhood
K?
TV, Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah, but is it Captain with a K?
No. It was spelled the white way. I mean, right way.
That would have been funnier. So kind of
Mm-hmm.
fun with the bag on that one.
Yeah.
Captain,
It's not-
no, Bob Keeshan.
Who? I thought LeVar. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Fuck USC. Is there anybody in on this? I'm looking at the whole list right here, and I don't see anybody aside from the Duke that I give a shit about.
What do you mean as old as I am? My brother in Christ, this show went off the air 10 years before I was born. Well, not almost 10 years.
That's a damn lie.
It's okay. You know what? How old do you think I am?
437.
Thank you. I couldn't count that high.
Yeah, all right, whatever. Fuck y'all. Also, fuck
No,
USA.
they ran reruns on some channel. I think it was probably CBS for many years after it actually ended.
Oh, I
then
wasn't.
they did
I wasn't
did a-
poor. I didn't watch network television as a kid.
They did a. I'm just gonna skip that. They did a reboot after a while.
Ugh.
Now I'm going to have to figure this out.
All right. Well, while you figure it out, let's talk about how
don't
disrespectful
care
LSU is for doing this to our boys in green.
Did you see the end zone?
That was kind of cool.
That shit was cool.
That was cool. The camouflage, yeah, that was cool.
I feel like you got to give him one, just out of respect.
Yeah, oh, of course. Yeah.
Even a field goal.
At least one. But you shutting them out, that's brutal, man. It's kind of... Never mind, I'm not going to say that.
That's a heck of a send off to Jerusalem.
I was going to say, man, it's kind of crazy that Army has a better record than the actual U.S. Army. But that'd been rude. True.
More than two wins since its existence.
Yeah, that'd been rude, but also kind
How
of
about
true.
the actual best team in the SEC?
Missouri?
Yeah.
It's funny because it's not false. Oh man. Can we talk about how nice it is that Spencer Rattler is having like not just a losing season. Like cuz there's some honor in like a 5-win season. You know what I mean? Like just barely. Like, oh man, hey man, we tried. We gave it we tried. He's won 2 games. 2. And they were against Furman and Mississippi State. Oh, poor State. Hey, remember when they had Dak Prescott? I almost said Dak Shepard. Remember when they had Dak Prescott and were like number 1?
Oh yeah.
Those were the days.
College Dak Prescott was amazing.
He was.
I hate Dak Prescott.
We know, we all do, but in college we loved him.
Dang, so Spencer Rattler's last meaningful win was against who was that against?
The Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah, Tennessee, that's right.
I was gonna say they had a bowl game they won, didn't they?
Did they win their bowl game?
Yeah. I would say like some shit ass ACC team or something.
Dog, they lost to Notre Dame.
I was gonna say I thought they lost.
They did lose to Notre Dame.
Well,
That's right.
Actually, no. Their last notable win was they beat Clemson.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
They beat Clemson. That's
they
right.
didn't just beat y'all; they beat the shit out of y'all. What happened there?
That's the game Hendon Hooker got his leg destroyed.
Oh yeah.
And to his credit, because Hooker doesn't play defense, Rattler was balling that game.
He was.
That was the game. I mean, my man threw up 6 touchdowns. Like, what do you want from us?
He just legitimately trounced y'all. That was rough. And then they only beat Clemson by 1 point. Wow. And then y'all went on and beat Clemson. College football's weird. Anyway, here's my breakdown of this game. Fuck Spencer Rattler. Moving on.
You think he's got to go undrafted? Like,
yeah, 100%.
This is last year of football?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah. I mean, I don't even see him on a practice squad, to be quite honest, for multiple reasons. So first off, unlike Caleb Williams, who also sucks, Spencer Rattler literally has to be against just people who aren't even trying to even compete. Not to say y'all weren't trying, but he did put 63 points on yours, so that's kind of the assumption I had to make that y'all weren't trying.
Spencer Rattler is currently, according to NFL Draft Buzz, the 11th ranked quarterback in next year's draft.
still undrafted. Because
I'm
there's
trying
no,
to think.
there's
They've got
no
him
way.
ahead of. They've got him ahead of Jordan Travis.
Ooh,
No
that's
shot.
disrespectful. No, yeah, that
They've got
no.
him neck and neck with who the frick is this?
Say his name.
What is it about the University of North Texas? The Mean Green.
Oh hell yeah.
Michael Pratt is 10th over Spencer Rattler.
I don't know, man. Like the like I said earlier, like the whole like NFL scouting draft thing.
Michael Pratt is Tulane, not North Texas.
Oh, is it Tulane?
Yeah.
Green Wave, that's right.
Okay,
Same.
that makes more sense. But
Same
still, like they just track these like the craziest people ever, and I'd love to see like the stats on it, like how often these people that they find from like butt fuck nowhere are actually ever like good. Now, granted, right? Josh Allen out of Wyoming, which could be considered a butt fuck nowhere school, he's good ish.
Mahomes was Texas Tech.
Well, Texas Tech at the time was still kind of balling, right? Like they weren't too far removed from the Mike Leach years. They had
Louisville.
Lincoln Riley.
Well, you had Cliff Kingsbury. Was
Cliff,
kinda
not
making
Lincoln
it.
Riley, Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah, sorry, it was some young handsome guy. I get him mixed up. That sounded gayer than I meant it to.
Incredibly, but it's okay.
Yeah, well. Yeah. So I mean, in context, that makes sense. But yeah, Cincinnati. Well, also Cincinnati, they did have a little bit of a run there for a while and ended up against a brick wall called Alabama. But you know, hey, it's happened.
I mean,
It's happened to
Cincinnati
better
had
teams.
Legendary Desmond Ritter, who's not exactly a hot quarterback prospect.
I don't care what anyone says. I like Desmond Ritter. I think he's a nice guy.
You hope he plays in Atlanta for a long time, don't you?
Well, no, I mean, not even that. I legitimately think he's a nice guy.
Seems like I will say this. He seems like a good kid.
Yeah, he seems like a great kid. He's got a nice
He's a
little
bad
wife,
quarterback,
nice little
but he's a good
family.
kid.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I remember what it was is I remember him in the run up to that game that I was actually joking about him getting destroyed in. I was actually like, they were doing like bits on him, and it was like he is just legitimately a really nice guy. So yeah, I mean, I hope him all. You know, I hope he gets better. I hope he is a good player. He's not right now though, so it is what it is, as they say. So
How do you feel about Joe Milton being their 13th ranked quarterback in the upcoming draft?
That's too high.
yeah.
So let me put this in perspective for you. 6 spots ahead of Sam Hartman at 19.
Really? That's disrespectful. Is it because of Sam Hartman's age?
How old is he?
Listen,
Like
Sam Hartman-
37?
He's like 45.
Yeah.
Sam Hartman's old, and if I'm being real with you, he's hyped up, but he's not that good at ball.
No,
No,
he.
I glazed over KJ Jefferson. They got Joe Milton ranked just ahead of KJ.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like KJ's better at football.
Anyway, let's move on. We're getting tied up in some shit that don't matter and it's stupid. And
But we're just trying to
Ugly.
run you out of time before you start talking about some other bullshit sport that nobody cares about.
well, no, I mean we got a whole NFL
Where's
segment
the ball,
coming up.
Taylor? There's no
Okay,
ball.
yeah, all right. Speaking of no ball, Air Force and Navy. There's no ball because it wasn't that interesting. I mean, God bless the service. Hey, God bless our troops, right? You know, salute to the service, guys. You know, you're doing. Hey, keep on keeping on. But y'all suck at football. Stop trying to be a thing. North Texas and Tulane. Man, hey, congratulations to Tulane. Just hanging out down there at the bottom of the top 25. Just
Yeah,
quiet.
Speaking of the Mean Green and the Green Wave, they played this week.
Yeah,
I wasn't even thinking about that.
yeah, that's weird.
Much like the rest of the country who didn't think
That's like-
anything about the game.
That's like one of those weird little synchronicity things, right?
Yeah.
And that shit happens way too often these days, right? And now a lot of it is like, a lot of it I see in like, you know, like on TV or with like ads or something. That's probably because like our computers and stuff are listening to us. It's still weird though. I don't like it. But, wow. Hey, remember earlier when I was talking about CBS trading up from the SEC to the Big Ten? All right, here's a preview for next year. Imagine this, all right? It's 14 degrees in the middle of Minnesota, all right? CBS football music hits. Da, 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 da. Minnesota and Iowa, 12-10.
Now,
What?
I want to hype you up I know Iowa lost this game, but I do want to hype you up a bit further here with the CBS Big Ten deal. We're looking at a very good chance of Iowa being in the Big Ten Conference Championship game.
Yep.
Which really funny.
Oh God, I hate both these.
Have they
teams.
scored an offensive touchdown this year?
Who, Minnesota?
Iowa, yeah, they scored like 40 points one game.
No shot.
Yeah, they
Minnesota
put 41
might not
up on
have,
West Michigan.
Oh, that kind of.
Oh
explains
God, this is the game. Oh, we do have to talk about this game for a second though. That bullshit fair catch. Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't watch the game.
Oh, the Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you
The
think that was a
Iowa
fair catch?
touchdown. No.
I didn't either. Very, very clearly, like maybe at ground level looking at him, maybe. But from the other angles, it's very clear that he's like just directing traffic, right? Bullshit, absolute bullshit. And like, I don't think we can even blame that on ref ball because who the hell is trying to like rig the game from Minnesota, right? I don't know.
People who don't want Iowa in the Big Ten championship game.
That's true. Maybe those people deserve a Medal of Honor.
And shout out to your boy who picked Minnesota in this game by last week, by the way.
Who was that?
Me. It was me.
That doesn't.
I said, give me Minnesota. And you said, really?
I
said,
don't-
really? That happened.
I don't.
Pull the tape.
We don't keep tape.
Yeah, we don't have any.
I
sources for that, so.
delete all this shit as soon as we're done with them.
Do you delete it on YouTube?
I actually
Pull
did. Forget,
YouTube.
I actually forgot. I actually forgot to upload both shows this week. So
Damn it.
yeah, I know.
Please.
Look, I've been busy. I mean, I got a lot of projects. I got a lot of irons in the fire, man. There was no punchline there. I'm actually busy these days. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, fuck y'all.
Yeah, well, you know who's not busy?
I don't care. I don't know who.
Stanford and UCL play.
Nobody cared. No, those aren't real. Those aren't real places. So next week, Florida State, Wake. Who cares? Oklahoma. Who cares? Indiana. Oh wow, who cares? The world's largest outdoor cocktail party, Florida and Georgia. Man, wouldn't it be funny if Florida won? They won't.
Hey, man, no Brock Bowers.
They won't. But
How many weeks of saying this year have there been? How many games has Georgia played?
and how many have they almost lost? I rest my case.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, I'm gonna.
I feel like we
throw a
said it
horseshoe
about
at
the
you.
South Carolina, the Auburn, the
You definitely said it about
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
We said about 4 of them, and hey, some of those are 1-score games
Yeah.
against
And
Auburn.
now they don't have their primary weapon. So, just saying. Just saying.
I will stick to what I said last week. This is the test to see if Georgia's fake or real. Plain and simple.
I
Well, when
don't-
you lose to Florida,
I
welcome
was
to
gonna
the
say
10
I don't really
status.
agree because Florida's not actually that good. So isn't it?
Well, it's the beginning of a gauntlet, though, right?
It is okay. Yes, the gauntlet is the test. Yes,
And
Missouri. Missouri's the real
the
test.
Iron Bowl is always going, unless
That's
Florida or Georgia is just universally terrible, which they rarely are. It's always
Florida a little bit more. Usually, lately.
Georgia was pretty bad during like the Tebow years. They were just incredibly mediocre.
That's true. Texas. Oh God, yeah. The what is it? What's his name? Richt.
Mark Richt,
Mark Richt years. Woof.
the
Trying to
10
forget.
and 2 superstars.
Trying to forget about those, huh?
He was again super nice guy, Mark.
Well, I was
Richt.
about to say,
Very,
actually,
very
now hold on a second. No, let me be fair. 2012 Mark Richt team, Aaron Murray. Very good team.
Oh.
Very good. Almost knocked us out of the national championship. Great team. In fact,
And
honestly,
I don't blame him or them for that game. You were asking football players to do what football players are never instructed to do.
what's that?
The wide receiver needed to not catch the ball.
Oh yeah.
That's not how they're programmed.
That game literally was who touches the ball last. I mean, that's what that. I mean, that's the one you love. I remember watching that game. I did the entire fourth quarter. I did not sit down. I was hand on head, pacing around my living room. Oh man, that was the Natty that year. Because remember,
You were disappointed if you were a Georgia fan, a real football fan, and a Georgia fan, you were disappointed, but you appreciated how good of a game it was. The only people who were clamoring at the end of, we're firing Mark Richt and all, it was the fucking bullshit Walmart fans.
Oh yeah.
Who have never set foot on the campus of Athens.
Mm-hmm.
Know nothing about football.
Yeah, because remember that was the one we went on and we played Notre Dame and we just absolutely wiped the floor with them. Like it was embarrassing. So that was
you knew
that
Notre
year's
Dame was going to
natty.
be in the championship game, and you knew whoever won Georgia Alabama was going to just obliterate them.
Yeah. God, man, those are the days. Those are the days. Yeah. Anyway, Texas is going to beat up the Mormons. That seems rude. Probably shouldn't do that. They're nice people. Oregon, Utah. Ooh, here we go now. So Cameron Rising, we're just going to stop talking about him. He's done. He's dead. Take him out back. Old yeller him. He's done. Sorry. Rip. But this could still be an exciting game. Kind of implication. Really?
Yup.
Defend yourself.
Bo Nix, kind of a Caleb Williams type beat. Doesn't handle good defense as well. There's a reason he left the SEC to go to Pac-12, and it was shown when he played Georgia.
Okay. All right.
And, if Utah can beat Caleb Williams on a very similar team, the USC and Oregon are very similar teams. And if you can beat USC, you can beat Oregon.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Pitt and Notre Dame. Is this I just bit my tongue. Is this a little bit of a trap game? Pitt did beat Louisville. They didn't lose to Wake Forest, but I mean, maybe.
It is always a trap game. They are just as liable to fuck up and win as they are to fuck up and lose.
Hey man, those Yinzers, dude, watch out. They're built different. I don't know what it is. They're just built different.
They're just, by God, they're gonna emulate the Steelers every year. They're gonna go 6-6.
Yeah.
And sneak into some bullshit game.
Yeah.
They're gonna go one and done, but they're gonna sneak in.
Notre Dame is a 20-point favorite in this. Honestly, a little disrespectful. Give me Pitt to cover.
I like it.
I like it as well. Duke and Louisville, a little bit of an ACC matchup here. Louisville's a 4-point favorite. Honestly, Duke, after getting embarrassed last year, I see them coming out and saying, man, fuck y'all, we're still here. We're still out here. We're still doing it. Give me Duke, but not big. I also just don't like Louisville.
All right.
Speaking of Cam Rising, they've got him ranked at 30 behind one DJ Ukulele.
Well, yeah, because he hasn't played football in like 14 years.
Neither has DJ Ukulele.
Well, I mean, he's played.
Literally
he's just
playing
not
for Oregon State.
Would you call that playing football?
Do you call what he does playing football?
Yeah.
He's 6-1
in the Pac-12.
That doesn't
His
count.
only loss is he beat Utah.
He could be, if he put on some weight, he could be like the next Jared Lorenzen. He could be an arena football god.
Jesus, that sounds so insulting. All right, whatever. Tulane and Rice.
I was sad to learn that the hefty lefty died.
I
do want to inform everyone listening that I have just turned on Halloween Havoc, but there's a women's match going on.
Oh, Basics on? Yeah. That's happening.
All right. USC, California, who cares? Washington, Stanford, who cares? Air Force, Colorado State, who gives a shit? Tennessee, Kentucky, hey.
Ooh, both 5-2.
Yeah.
Give me Kentucky.
That's messed up, man. Ohio State, Wisconsin, who cares?
I just looked back at the Halloween Havoc. They appear to have like a kiddie slide and a kiddie pool filled with like some pool noodles.
Is this your girl? Is this your girl Roxanne Perez?
Oh, is Roxanne Perez on?
I think it is.
Hold
it looks
on,
like it's
pause everything, boys.
It's some kind of hardcore match. No disqualification. Lazy booking.
Here we go.
Falls count anywhere.
But they got
that is
set.
man.
You just hit a bitch with a swing set.
Oh
twice.
my god, I love Roxanne Perez.
That is her, right? Did I get that right?
I think so. Yeah, short, stocky, kind of short stat kind of thing going on. Yeah, she cute as hell, man.
I'm kind of in on the tall chick too. This is a.
Yeah, that's her.
I don't know who she is. Couldn't tell you a thing about her.
I don't know either. I don't know. Let's finish up this college football thing and get into the NFL. Ohio State, Wisconsin, who gives a shit? Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, who gives a shit? Colorado, hey, Colorado's back, boys, playing UCLA. 17-point favorites. Honestly, I don't know. Colorado needs 2 more games to be bowl eligible, and I don't think this
UCLA team just whooped the shit out of Stanford, did they not?
They did, yeah. So give me UCLA, Colorado.
Have you seen how much Coach Prime's beard is grayed up in this past week or so?
Hey, man, it's like being president, you know? It'll age you.
Shriveling up faster than Shadur's Heisman probabilities.
Ooh, woof. Yeah, so give me UCLA on this one, unfortunately. Colorado might keep it competitive, but UCLA will pull it out. North Carolina, Georgia Tech. North Carolina will probably win. Old Dominion and James Madison. Wow, little Fun Belt action for you there. A little primetime Fun Belt action for you there on the U. Okay. Oregon State, DJU.
Give me whoever he's against.
Yeah.
Based.
Can we get our weekly check-in on my alma mater? What conference are we in?
How they doing?
What conference are we in? Here we go. We are still 1-6. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Not looking good for the bowl game this
Let's
year.
go. Let's go, boys. We got App State this week. Let's go.
So I just that's going to be an L. I just rewatched the fair catch controversy. That is not a fair catch. There's no
way, man. No, not even remotely close. It was bullshit. I don't know.
I feel like your hand's got to go above your head, and his was going horizontal. That's not a fair
Well,
catch.
it was clear he was like kind of like waving like you go there, you go there. I'm about to big run.
That looks like he was either directing traffic or doing the let it go out of bounds wave. It was one of those two.
Something like that. I don't know, but it was whatever it was. It's irrelevant. It wasn't a fair catch song. I don't know. It's just bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, speaking of some fucked up bullshit that refs pull out of their ass, Tony, talk to us about the NFL.
Yeah, so NFL happened this week. We had a lot of games.
There was a lot, yeah. There was even one
decided by refs.
There wasn't one on Thursday, which was weird.
Well, no, it wasn't an upset. The Jaguars beat the Saints as expected. It happened.
We almost mounted a comeback. Almost.
I mean, hey, look at it this way. You're only 1 win behind first place in the NFC South.
That sounds like
an Great Britain team.
That sounds like an insult. So.
Well, it is.
Yeah, true.
Based.
All right, now Sunday we're going to start off with one of the hottest games on television.
Oh,
Bears Raiders.
Oh man,
so the Bears. Justin Fields is like a broken finger or whatever. So we've got rookie Tyson Bagent. Now you know where this guy's out of? I don't know. That's how I'm saying it. You know where this guy played college football?
MIT.
He didn't.
No, he played at Shepherd, a Division II school.
And he's good Lord, he looks special.
Yeah, but guess what? He put up 30 on the Raiders, so why not?
Well, hold on. Why did Trace McSorley is on your depth is on your roster? What's the deal here? Why are we going with some literal who instead of like? Well, I'm not gonna say a proven guy, but someone that at least played in the Division I.
You could say all that all you want. This man got the W. Second W of the year for the Bears.
All right, that's fine. That's fair.
Let me address something real quick about this game. There's a headline. Tyson Bagent finally explains lack of deep attempts versus Raiders. How would he explain it? Like, I'm fucking Tyson Bagent.
I played in Division II.
This is why the Bears deserve to lose forever.
Is it Shepherd College or Shepherd University out of West Virginia? Okay. All right, I'm on board. Same colors as the Mountaineers. That's real creative, guys.
Wow, he beat out Nathan Peterman for the... Nobody beats out Nathan Peterman for the backup job.
Shepherdstown, West Virginia.
Well, looks like they picked the right guy, though.
They did.
Even though
he had a great game.
A solid 162 yards and a touchdown. Apparently, that's all you need to beat the Raiders.
Without
and
an
that's
enemy
as
of
much
St.
as I
Brown,
can
no less.
stand to talk about the Bears. So
Home of Jim Tennant, former MLB pitcher.
Whoa! I just noticed this. Breaking news, potentially.
Okay.
There's a Tevin that plays for the Bears.
Oh?
Tevin Jenkins.
Oh?
I think we talked about this.
I think we did as well.
Anyway,
Eh.
how about the Browns Colts game? 39-38 Browns. A lot of scoring, a lot of turnovers. I think there was some ref ball at the end of this one that I don't really remember. But yeah, I mean, hey, Browns got a win with PJ Walker at the helm again. 2 wins straight for PJ Walker. Oh, that's right. Deshaun Watson started this game, threw a pick, and then got hurt again. Or rather, he didn't get hurt. He got put in the concussion protocol, got cleared, and then didn't ever come back into the game. He just sat on the sideline. Don't really know what's going on there, but they did spend like $250 million on this guy, and he's barely done anything for them. Which, I mean, I guess that's just the Browns. All right, so I'm seeing like the main headline here is McAfee blasts officials in Browns Colts game. So there's definitely some ref ball that happened here. Don't remember what it was.
It's a recurring theme. So
yeah.
So PJ Walker did not throw for a touchdown, and they still put up 39 points.
That's impressive.
3 rushing touchdowns, 4 field goals. There must have been a defensive touchdown or 2, right?
There's a food lion in Shepherdstown.
Shout out to Food Lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a scoop and score.
That would do it.
It's on the Potomac.
And Gardner Minshew didn't have a terrible game. It just came down to who had the ball last in a bullshit call.
Many such cases.
Gardner Minshew turned the ball over 4 times. I'd call that a bad game.
Okay, yeah,
I would tell you.
Yeah, you're right. There was little fumble rooski going on there.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
did not hold on to the ball
for it.
Hey, we are still definitely big Gardner Minshew guys here.
I think Myles Garrett set like a sack record of some sort this game as well, so that happened. Oh yeah, that other NFL news I forgot. So Broncos player Kareem Jackson got a 4-game suspension for playing ball. And by that, I mean he's hitting people, I suppose, too hard, but NFL, no fun league, soft CTE cucks. Can't really tackle a guy anymore. And for just doing some routine tackles, maybe some leading with the helmet, he got suspended 4 games.
Jesus.
So that happened,
Joe, speaking of, did you see Kittle take a helmet to his nuts?
Ooh, yeah, I saw that on replay.
Oh, man. We all felt that one.
Did. Hey, Tay, you finally got a win. The Pats beat the Bills.
Man, Mac looked really good in this game. Like, really. He looked like the old Mac. Which was nice.
This was also Belichick's 300th win.
Hey, man. Shout out to the old ball coach.
But yeah, big shout out to, the Bills took the lead with 2 minutes left in the game. Patriots marched down the field. Nice pass to Mike Gesicki. Hit the old Gesicki gritty. And, that's a big dub for the Pats. Who are not making the playoffs this year. But bounce back game they needed.
Honestly, if the Pats can just do enough to like justify keeping Mac, right? I would be happy. Because like there's so much talk, is like everyone's like, oh, it's all Mac's fault. It's all Mac's fault. It's like it is not all Mac's fault. And if you think it is, you're insane. Like there's a lot of things wrong with this Pats team, and Mac Jones is not helping, right? But a lot of the reasons that he's not helping is because he's trying to take on too much. He's trying to pick up for the slack that a lot of like the rest of his team is essentially forcing upon him because they kind of suck. So like, should he be a little more mature and know, what to go for and what not to go for? Because he's made a lot of really boneheaded plays that have turned into a lot of turnovers. But again, it's kind of best of intentions though. And maybe if he had an offensive line, it wouldn't be an issue. Maybe if his wide receivers could hold on to balls, it wouldn't be an issue. But they're all issues that aren't Mac Jones issues. They're other issues. And listen, get off my boy.
When you got Ezekiel Elliott getting 11 touches, you got a problem.
Yeah. Get off my boy.
Fuck that. Shout out to Roxanne using a purse filled with rocks to win this match.
Oh, I get it. Roxanne. That's funny. Yeah, I like that.
Man, so here we are. What week of the NFL was this? Week 7 of the NFL. My New York Football Giants finally scored their first offensive touchdown of the season.
That can't be. That can't be true.
It is true.
There's no way that's true. That's too depressing to believe.
That is true. Our first offensive touchdown of the year.
I refuse to believe that.
And we beat the Commanders.
I refuse to believe that. That's too depressing to admit.
What's funny is we have a win.
Right.
Maybe it was our. I guess it was our first offensive touchdown at home. Maybe I guess that tracks.
That would make more
but
sense.
Honestly, with the amount of points we've scored this year, 0, 12, 3, 9, I'd believe it.
Oh, your girl Roxanne Perez won, by the way, with the worst-looking Canadian destroyer I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it was onto a bag filled with rocks.
That's true.
But yeah, despite my Giants being terrible, the Commanders are even worse. Love to see that.
Many such cases.
You know what you don't like to see? Old Baker, having another rough week.
Yeah, against Desmond Ridder.
Yeah. And losing to a Korean guy kicking a field goal.
Now listen, I'll let y'all bash on the Falcons. I'll bash on the Falcons with you. But no ripping Young Hui Koo.
I'm sorry.
How do you what the hell is a Young Hui?
His actual pronunciation of his name.
All right, well, I read it as Young Ho, and that's what he gets to be called.
Okay, well, Young Ho, fine. No ripping Young Ho.
We call him Young Ho around here.
Young Ho is money, baby.
Young Ho be kicking them balls.
That's right.
So, if I told you this week the Ravens were going to completely fuck on the Lions, would you believe me?
Probably.
Oh, all right. I mean, it's some classic Detroit Lions football. You're not wrong. The Ravens are really good at football. Like, really, really good.
Yeah.
And their only losses were to some, like, voodoo, I don't know, fucking Jim Irsay, like, sad about his dead whale or whatever. Magic.
Hey.
Yeah, I said it. Hey. They lost to the Colts, which, hey, it happens.
Hey, when you talk about Takate, you put respect on that name, okay?
I will not.
She is a legend. She is loved.
She's a whale.
Well, look at it like this, though, right? In a game where Jared Goff throws for 284 yards, Jahmyr Gibbs runs for a touchdown, Amon-Ra St. Brown has 102 yards. Do the Lions lose that game?
Yes.
Do the Lions only put up 6 points with those stats?
I did leave out that Jared Goff had to throw the ball 53 times to score those 284 yards. And
no, that's definitely on brand.
But yeah, Lamar Jackson, when he's locked in, he's really good at football, huh?
Lamar had a game. I watched this one post to post. Lamar, as much as I don't like him, had a great game.
He's pretty good at football when he's locked in, and when his players are catching. Damn! Shout out Gus Edwards, 1 catch for 80 yards.
Shout out!
I bet that was a screen.
100%.
But yeah, the Ravens, hey, potential Super Bowl contender right there.
Oh, bold.
Yeah, I mean bold, but I like what I see out of them when they're cooking.
Okay.
Now here we go. Pittsburgh Steelers, LA Rams. This was one of the games where there was some interesting ref ball going on at the end. And that, I mean, the refs decided, fuck it, I want to go home. Let's just end the game here.
Based. It's really nice. It's really nice to see the Rams not on the side of rep ball for once.
Right? I mean,
Yes.
so the Rams, they're kind of mid. I mean, Puka Nakua is still really good at football, though. But outside of that, Rams still kind of mid. The
Puka Nacua.
Steelers are somehow 4-2 on the season. Don't really know how that happens, but Mike Tomlin is definitely.
I was gonna say it's Mike Tomlin's mid magic. All right, he's gonna have 6 or 7 wins. Just bank on it.
Well, he's
Yeah,
never had a
pretty
losing
much.
season.
Nope.
Damn right. So in this game, it was what was it? It was 4th and 1. About 2 minutes left in the game. Steelers had the ball down in Rams territory, up 7. They go for it. They are very clearly to literally everyone like a yard or two short of the first down. And the rest is like, yeah, fuck it. Let's spot the ball where it's a first down. And
Oh yeah, that was just egregious.
Rams didn't have any timeouts. Like, they couldn't challenge it. It didn't get auto-reviewed or anything. They said, fuck it. Game's over.
Based.
Which, yeah, I mean, come on. Like, were the Rams going to go down the field, score a touchdown? Maybe. Don't know. But you kind of have to give them their shot. You can't be just moving the ball fucking 2 yards in one direction.
Right.
Unless it's for my team.
Yeah.
Seahawks beat on the Cardinals. Who cares? The Broncos get their second win of the season against the Packers, who are, despite that hot start against, I guess, the Bears, they're really bad, huh?
They also beat
Jordan
another
Love's
team in
not
that
him.
hot start, so
Well, I don't know that they beat them as much as you guys beat yourselves.
no, that's true. That's a good point.
And yeah, so that happened in the game that makes you hate the media. The Chargers-Chiefs game happened. where
Jesus Christ.
It was entirely that.
Oh
that
my God.
Probably wasn't a plant the first time, but definitely is a plant now. Chargers superfan and Taylor Swift on the screen. the
No,
whole
she
time.
was definitely. She's been a plant the whole time.
Whole time. Did not watch this game. Was not going to watch this game for the obvious
Mhm.
reasons.
Same. Then now here was the real egregious, completely decided by the refs match of the night. Sunday Night Football, prime time, all of America watching. Eagles Dolphins, big game, lots of playoff things going on in this one. So there were 10 penalties called in this game. All of them were on the Dolphins.
And I saw
None of them
some
were on
screenshots
me.
of this, and it
Lots.
was egregious. Some of the shit,
Real bad.
face mask, holding, just absolutely insane. This is one of those because, like, maybe some of the Charger stuff you look at and you go, okay, maybe, whatever. But not Chargers, Chiefs. The Chiefs stuff, ref ball, but the ref ball in this game was disgusting.
Right. So like one of Tua's picks, that was DPI, not called.
Right.
Touchdown was taken away by a holding call, which conveniently then the Eagles did the exact same hold and scored a touchdown. No
Right.
call. And to add some context to the ref and the ref crew, so the head of the ref crew, he got banned from the ACC championship game because of his unethical reffing. So this guy doesn't have a good
Right.
reputation. He also grew up right outside Philly. So you might think there's some bias there. I wonder
Well-
why there were.
And here's some further context to all this as well. So, none, or maybe one or two, right, of the NFL refs, like none of them are full time, right?
Right.
They don't get paid a lot. Some of them, like one of them is like a middle school teacher. Yeah.
Yep. And
Who
the good
don't-
refs go to TV stations and get paid more.
Right, and so they don't get paid a lot to be refs. They certainly don't get paid a lot to be middle school teachers. One guy owns like a sportsplex or something, right? Manages it. Not getting paid a lot. So what is a young man to do who's not making a lot of money, who has a chance to maybe make a lot of money via maybe some sort of, I don't know, gambling, a little betting?
Yo,
Throw
I'm
it-
just now
throw it
seeing
out there.
this. Did you see the Mike McDaniel thread about all the missed and bad calls?
I didn't. Did he go off?
He went off.
Based.
Absolutely.
Link for a bigger?
Coming shortly.
It's on Twitter?
It's on. It's on. Yes, X, formerly known
We're
as
not
Twitter.
calling it X. We're calling it Twitter. It's Twitter. Sorry, Elon, but we're not calling it that. Okay, that's not my.
Oh, the knockoff Mike McDaniel. Yeah, I did see this. Yeah, it was,
not the Mike McDaniel.
yeah, I saw this. It was real bad.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is a Mike
listen,
McDaniel fan.
the result of the game is what it is. I mean,
Wow,
can't change it now at this point.
That's a long
obviously.
thread. That's a long thread.
It's a long thread. It was a lot of nonsense. I mean, at the end of the day, despite the refs playing for the Eagles, the Dolphins went into the fourth quarter down a one-score game. They played well despite having 3 of their O-line out against one of the most dominant D-lines in the league. Is what it is. I still think the Eagles are frauds, and they're going to lose again at some point in the playoffs. Quote me on it. I also put a $1 bet on them to win the Super Bowl, so that means they aren't winning. Speaking of, it's working real well against the Phillies. They're about to get eliminated from the World Series
Based?
to a fucking Arizona team. And then we had Monday Night Football, which, how about them Vikings? They showed up.
Yo, your boy formerly known as Brian Pillman Jr. is in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris King or whatever?
Lexus King.
Lexus King, my
Lexi
bad.
King is something. It sounds like a porn star, but okay.
It does.
Yeah. Not loving the name.
Not loving it. No.
Damn, he just got punched in the kidney.
Based?
A little bit, but Monday Night Football happened. Niners, I don't know. Are Niners fans in a bit of a panic, dropping 2 straight?
I don't know what my takeaway from watching that game is. You know what my takeaway from watching that game is? The Manning cast needs to stop having guests.
Oh, they need to stop having guests since day one, and
They need to stop having guests that aren't related to football. Like, I don't know who.
Good because I was watching Rodgers.
Rodgers was really good because it's fun when they have
having
like
some mic issues. But
he was having some mic issues, but it's fun to have football guys on because they've usually got like stories to talk about and they give actual insight. But then they have like some dumb I don't know who that woman was they had on or whatever, and I only listened to a little bit what she said, and it was like it had nothing to do with football. It just was like their whole thing was like, so you grew up a 49ers fan? She's like, yeah, I grew up in an orphanage and they gave us 49ers clothes. It's like, wow, fucking riveting.
Jesus.
So maybe she grew up in foster care. I don't know, and I don't care. And so I muted it and I watch wrestling.
Based.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Niners. They're out their left tackle and they're out Debo. Maybe the Niners are just like a situation where if they don't have the whole squad, they're fucking awful. But when they do, they're unbeatable. I don't know.
That's kind of a tough situation to be in, to be quite honest.
It is. But I mean, shout out to Kirk Cousins. Big primetime win. He doesn't win a lot of those. And especially without Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson, after the win, came out with a massive gold chain, like gemmed out gold chain that's top 10, and put it on Kirk.
Based.
Which, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, like, Justin Jefferson is possibly Kirk Cousins' biggest fan.
That's so based.
It is based. And when, like, a lot of the Vikings fan base wants Kirk Cousins out,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Justin Jefferson's going to follow.
Hey, I don't blame him. He's really good. He needs to be with a team that's also good, so.
Yeah, I mean, hey, ride or die.
Yeah, love to see him.
Oh, yeah, also, shout out Jordan Addison literally ripping an interception out of a Niners defender hands and running it all the way for a touchdown.
That is very cool. We love to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are these jobbers?
Turn your monitor on.
Oh, dude,
Power
Chase
on.
U?
Power working.
Oh, sorry. Turn our stream off.
Is Chase U just like a cucked version of Alpha Academy or whatever?
Whoa, no.
Here's your Italians.
We like Chase U. We like Chase U.
Bada bing, bada boom, people.
We love Chase U. Big Chase U guys.
Yeah, but I'm a bigger Tozawa guy.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, football next week. We got Bucks Bills. I don't know. Give me the Bills. It's in Buffalo.
Oh, easy. I mean,
Thursday Night Football.
8-5, easy.
They're not going to lose a home game.
They're not going to lose a home game to Baker Mayfield. Maybe next year,
No.
but probably not.
Sunday, you got Rams Cowboys. I mean, I'd love to see the Rams win, but that's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
Vikings Packers. Somehow the line on this game is even. I don't know how that's possible.
Because they both suck.
Yeah, but the Vikings are significantly more competent than the Packers. I don't know, man. Give me the Vikings. All right, yeah, you can take the Packers then.
I'm not taking anyone. I'm just saying they both suck. So whatever happens, it won't be that shocking. Is she
Titans
wearing?
versus the Fail Clowns?
Is she wearing a Gwen from Spider-Man inspired ring gear?
I'm
looks
thinking
that way.
so.
That's kind of what it looked like.
It does look that way.
Speaking of jobbers,
Who the hell are these bitches?
Here's the problem with NXT. It's got too many women's matches.
Yeah.
I will say this: the fans were more on their feet for this bullshit than they were for Brian Pillman Jr.'s match.
Ooh.
I mean, based.
I think like nobody knows who Brian Pillman is the problem. Him or his dad.
Speaking of wrestling, how do we feel about the Impact going back to being named TNA?
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
I
They want
like
to
it.
be
They
more
need to
relevant.
they need to do something because Tay, you know this from our deep dive of their roster. They need a little juice. They've got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I saw the juice that they may be getting a CM Punk. Like that's a possibility.
No, it's not.
I
Wait,
don't
are you
think
joking?
they can pay him.
Are you joking?
I'm not. CM Punk was supposedly in talks with Impact this week.
No shot.
You think that's just him trying to play WWE though? Not that you really can, because they kind of hold the cards there.
Oh my! I think it's good. So it's yeah, okay. So I think it's like potentially the NWA thing, which Billy Corgan also owns.
You know, I did see something about that they were supposedly going to be bringing back the territories, like trying to revive those old days.
Man, that'd be kind of cool.
Apparently, EC3 is getting his own territory.
Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a little while.
Yeah, shout out to Dixie Carter's kayfabe nephew.
Oh yeah,
They killed that poor boy.
yeah. Well, football.
Football. Fail Clowns Titans in Nashville.
Honestly,
Atlanta's
man.
favored by 2.5.
give me the Falcons on this one. Honestly, Titans. There's just nothing going on there. Like
There's not,
they're
no, I
so
mean-
bad this year that Derrick Henry can't even carry him.
Yep.
I mean, granted,
we got
he
the-
is kind of getting up there in age, so
He is. He's a bit old. He's been hurt.
yeah.
Running backs honestly don't last too long anymore. It is what it is.
Can I offer a counterpoint on this?
Sure, why not?
Desmond Ritter, give me the Titans.
Ooh, solid point. I can't argue with that. Actually, I'm sticking
Same.
with my thing though.
Same. We got the Aints versus the Colts in Indianapolis.
Colts, give me
Colts favored
Colts.
by 1.
Give me the Colts.
I like the
Really?
Aints here.
I don't like
I
the
don't
Aints
know
anywhere.
why, but I got the Aints. I got
Nope.
the Aints winning this one.
Colts big. Colts blowout.
Give me the Aints because I think Chris Olave just realized he's supposed to be fast on the football field and not off it.
Yeah, you're gonna have a motivated Chris Olave.
No, I don't. No.
All right. Well, Patriots Dolphins in Miami.
You know, this
favored by
is
10.
the issue of so many Alabama quarterbacks being in the league now. A lot of conflicted games for me.
So the Dolphins beat the Pats already this season in New England. It's a close game. Dolphins coming off kind of bullshit loss. They're getting Jalen Ramsey back.
Yeah.
Give me the Dolphins.
Unfortunately, I agree.
Your rule of rivalries is to always take the home team in a in division rivalry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and usually you're going to take the split in when they play twice. But with the Dolphins having won the road game already, I don't see any reason they lose to the Patriots.
Yeah. Speaking of rivalries, we got the New York Bowl. Jets Giants.
The battle for New Jersey.
Yeah.
Give me the
I
Jets.
wonder if they can like split the logo midfield for this game.
That'd be
That'd be a
cool
little
if they
bit
did,
Keno.
which means they won't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the first year in a hot minute that they've been actually painting the team logos on the field instead of at the middle of the field instead of like using a generic one. So maybe they will. I don't know. But yes, give me the Jets. Their defense is better than the Giants' piss poor offense. And I'm Zach Wilson's number one guy still. So
Same top guy.
I'm not going to be
and honestly,
here. Give me the Jets.
If he loses this week, he's still my number one guy because he got the Giants another win.
Yep.
Based.
Win-win.
Heads I win, tails you lose. The story of Tony.
Yup. That's why I'm betting on the Phillies. It's a win-win for me no matter what.
Based.
Jaguars Steelers. I'm in Pittsburgh. Now, everything in me wants to say, give me the Jags. But it is the fucking Steelers. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. Fuck it. Give me Pittsburgh.
I don't think you can call this a because Pittsburgh. Is there any team aside from Auburn that has more bullshit wins than the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Georgia.
I don't.
Anyway, would the Steelers at home against the Jags really be a bullshit win?
Nah, not really.
So give me the Jags.
Huh?
I like that logic, honestly.
I do too.
They're going to win all the bullshit games. They're going to lose the ones that they should win. That's my theory on this year's Pittsburgh Steelers.
Based. We got the Eagles versus the Commanders. Sam Howell is the most sacked quarterback in football, on pace to be sacked like I think triple the amount any quarterback has been sacked in football. Against the Eagles D-line, I don't think this is going to be a great game for them, unfortunately. So, give me the dumbass Eagles.
Oh my God, he's been sacked 40 times.
Yeah, it's like I think the record of sacks is like 70. Like it's not good.
Daniel Jones has been sacked 28 times. How is that possible?
Because we also don't have an O-line. That's with Daniel Jones being out 2 games.
Yeah, I don't see how you could reasonably pick the Commies to win this game. There's no.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
Play. This is free money.
The Commanders do have a history of upsetting big teams, so it'd be nice to see, but it's not going to happen. Texans Panthers. Honestly, I don't see the Panthers winning yet.
No.
Pretty bad team, pretty cobbled together, a bunch of garbage. Feel bad for Bryce, but it is what it is. Give me the Texans.
They need to sit him.
Browns?
They need to sit Bryce.
I agree.
Just protect his ass.
They should have never started the season with him. I said that before. I'll say it again. That was a mistake. Keep him on the field, or keep him able to be on the field for a nice long time. Let the Red Rocket get pounded around.
True. Browns Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 3 in Seattle. I mean, give me the Browns.
Bold, but I like it.
Not going to take PJ Walker on the road. Give me Geno and the Seahawks.
It's bold, but I mean, he literally won on the road this week, brother.
Not against Geno Smith, though. Geno had a good bounce back game last game. You got to give him that.
Sure, but the Browns defense is really, really good.
I don't know. I tend to always like Seattle at home. That's
I hate Seattle.
A tough place to go in and play.
I hate Seattle and the Pacific Northwest. So
same. But I mean, there's 2 teams that have the loudest stadiums in the NFL are Kansas City and Seattle, right? It's a tough
guess
place
what?
to play. You don't care.
I don't care. No.
Okay.
Based.
I'll just take the opposite of the coin then.
Based.
You don't need to hear things when you can just hand the guy a ball and he's gonna jam it down your throat.
Based.
Chiefs Broncos. Damn, this is already a rematch of this game. Didn't they play already? Yeah, they did, and it's a embarrassing low score. They played 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, obviously the Chiefs are gonna win this one, so you know. But hey, it'd be really funny if the Broncos won.
It would be hilarious.
I'd love it. Give me the Broncos.
The Ravens are gonna absolutely shit on the Cardinals. That's a game that's supposedly gonna happen. Ooh, Bengals Niners. The Bengals need the win. The Niners want to break their streak, but hey, it's in California. The Niners defense is probably pissed off that they lost to the fucking Cleveland and whoever they just lost to, the Vikings. So I don't know. Burrow might lose another leg.
Ooh.
Man, when the fuck are we gonna start flexing Sunday night football games? Why are the Bears in a primetime football game?
I don't know. I don't know why they haven't, because there's been some real stinkers so far.
For real. All right. Well, Bears, Chargers, Sunday night football. Woohoo. That's a game. And then Monday we got Raiders, Lions.
That's a game that'll happen.
That is also a game that happened. That's the NFL this week.
That is
Early-haired jobber wins with a split-legged moonsault, so there you have it.
Well, all right. NFL. Well, let's move on to something a little bit more interesting, boys. Why don't we? Y'all just aren't on board, are you?
Where's the ball?
There doesn't have to be a ball. Who says there has to be a ball?
Me.
For there to be a sport, there must be a ball.
Where's the ball in wrestling?
It's sports entertainment. It's not a sport. That's court precedent for that.
Where's the ball in curling?
Not a sport.
Yes, it is.
It's literally
a competition, not a sport.
All right, look, I'm not going to apologize for liking hockey, okay?
You should.
I don't actually know enough about it to talk about it, so I'm not actually going to talk about it. But I watched the Blackhawks and the Avalanche last week. Great game. The Blackhawks got destroyed because they had to play like 40 games on the road. But listen, I'm just saying, give hockey a chance, guys. I think it's gonna be big. I think it's a, you know, I know it's a new sport. No one's ever really heard of it before, but give it time. I think it'll get big. So.
No.
I can't believe y'all don't like curling. I love curling.
I didn't like it. I'm just saying it's not a sport.
It is 100% a sport.
Curling's not a sport.
It's a competition.
It's a sport.
It's an enjoyable watch. It's a competition, kind of like kickball.
But there's a ball in that, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so kickball's a sport.
Yeah, see? Yeah. All right, well, they just puck dropped at the Bruins Blackhawks game, so let's wrap this up. Anybody else got anything they want to share? Thoughts, concerns?
Here's one for you Georgia fans out there. Kirby Smart addressed the Michigan rumors and said, there's nothing I remember about the game we played against them that makes me think that. So there's your little Michigan embarrassment of the day.
Man. Hey, to be fair, though, cheaters look out for cheaters, so.
Oh, that's also true.
So. All right. Well, there will be more sports to talk about next week, and we will be here to cover them.
Will there?
I mean, probably. I mean, extenuating circumstances could arise, but we'd kind of have bigger issues if that was the case.
Have you been thoroughly sports entertained this week, gentlemen?
I've been thoroughly sports entertained this week.
I watched all of the WWE productions this week, so yeah, I have.
Well, we got Crown Jewel this Saturday, huh?
Next Saturday.
Yeah, because you've got the contract signing on Friday, right?
Oh, no, it's this Saturday.
Is it this
No,
coming?
it's the first weekend in November. This weekend is not November.
Oh, fuck. I thought it was this weekend. I was excited because it was going to be on our bye week. Damn it. That ruined it for me.
You're gonna watch it after the fact on the cock once you're done with your rivalry game.
LSU, Alabama. I think it's an evening game. It's 6:45, so I could watch it live.
Doesn't Crown Jewel air early?
Yeah, it's
1
Saudi
p.m.
Arabia, so yeah, it's at noon.
Yeah, it's not an AEW fuckfest, so it won't last 6 hours like an AEW pay-per-view for no reason.
Speaking of AEW, I was looking up about that, and apparently WWE's still chasing Osprey. Osprey?
Yeah, because I think he's not under AEW contract. He's
I thought, and see, that's the thing. I thought he was. I thought he re-locked in, and he was.
No,
he was just
I think he's never been with AEW. He's a New Japan guy.
It was Kenny Omega. That was it. I'm thinking Kenny Omega. I hope WWE gets Osprey, just for like the IWC to lose their minds.
Oh my god, and that accent on WWE TV.
Mm-hmm. And
Osprey
honestly,
is unintelligible.
I hope they give him a really retarded gimmick just to really twist the knife.
What do you think they're going to do with speaking of AEW rest? What do you think they're going to do with that Jade Cargill? It looks like they're going to put her against Charlotte.
I could see it, yeah. As big as they're hyping her up, they can't put her into some small time program. They pretty much immediately got to put her in the title scene.
I was thinking they might put her up against Mommy, like two dominant women going off kind of thing.
I could see that.
Raw has a bunch of like kind of mid women and then Mommy on top.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mommy's always on top, so I could see that feud as well. But also, like, I also kind of hate Charlotte Flair, so.
And we really don't know if Jade Cargill can even wrestle. She had like 50 some odd wins in AEW, but they were all squashes.
Yeah.
She did 2 jobs for the same woman, and then she was done. So we've never seen her in a competitive match. We don't know if she can do one.
Oh. Okay.
And she likes to refer to TBS as that bitch show. So I don't think she can say that on WWE.
You say bitch.
Oh, she likes to tell Tony Schiavone to cut this shit. That was her other little thing that she did. They don't say shit on WWE.
No, they don't. All right. Well, we'll find out next week, I guess. We'll be on tomorrow night with our regular show. We'll all be here. Probably alive. God willing.
Potentially having consumed a Tendy sub.
I do have to go into kind of through the hood tomorrow, so I may not be alive.
Good luck.
I got something exciting brewing tomorrow morning, boys. Something exciting.
I don't know that I like that.
You will.
I don't know if I'm going to be on Wednesday.
They're spinning the wheel real quick.
Spinning the wheel.
What are we spinning? What wheel are we spinning? Do we have a wheel?
Are we big Scarlet guys here? By the way, do we like?
Have we had a wheel? What do we have a wheel?
For what kind of match it's gonna be?
Oh, that sounds stupid.
The tables, ladders, and scares. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
No, yeah, all right. See y'all next week.
I want the boy.